Oh, yeah, the Real Boys podcast is here, yeah. They're going to be the next intercontinental podcast champion of the world, yeah. So let me tell you what's about to happen on the Real Boys podcast.
My fucking Dwagon points over here, sending volleyballs to the moon.
I would go cuff to cuffs with Ronald McDonald's just for the publicity.
And then he strips immediately.
Yes, he does.
I'm flying around on my ass.
You teach that baby to twerk, I will give you 100 goddamn points.
P. Diddy, he's got baby oil.
He went there.
What up, everybody, and welcome to the Real Boys Podcast, episode 5, coming at you live from BBC Radio in New York. Bam, bam, hey, I'm walking here. Oh no, that's second tower. Wow! Hey, buddy, mama, who's been here? The Real Boys Podcast coming at you here. And that was my impression of an offensive, wacky radio opening. So, if you still listening and joining us for episode 5, just how? It's 5 episodes in. Nobody's listening to us right now. So if you did, I want you to go find us on Reddit at r/The Real Boys Podcast. Leave a comment. Let us know how you found us. And JT will personally come to your house, give you a foot rub, and probably lick your toes. Is that right, JT?
That sounds like a lot of responsibility, man. I'm already at my wit's end over here.
We need the listeners. You'll do what I tell you.
Can we assign it to somebody who's not recording from a McDonald's?
Yeah, we got to take a minute to acknowledge that JT was able to get to a podcasting location on the road very last minute, and he's at a public McDonald's right now recording this podcast at a McDonald's. So round of applause for JT. Editor, put that in.
I'm editor. I have to put that in for myself.
Well, we're not going to actually applaud you ourselves. That sounds like work.
Is this the day that we get Blood on Your Hands Part 2?
Dude. No, we can't have that so early in there. We got to let that one marinate a bit. You know what I'm saying?
We don't even know if Part 1 canceled us or not.
But, hang on. I forgot to introduce y'all. My bad as a host. Today, I'm joined by my lovely co-host in order from most attractive to best personality. We have Josh. Say hi, Josh.
Hello.
We got Ethan.
Oh, man, I can't believe I'm right in the middle. Hey.
And then we got JT.
You know, I do have a goddamn winning personality, and I'll take it.
He does have a good personality. That's for sure.
JT, you're beautiful in my eyes, by the way.
Thank you. You're about right.
All these guys are like 10s, though. So even JT coming in dead last, he's still like a solid 9.7.
Does that put Ethan at like a 9.8.5? 9.85, there's not 2 points.
I don't know. I haven't crunched the numbers on this.
The numbers, Mason. What do they mean?
Oh, that's a callback right there. Oh my God, that was the first game I had on Xbox 360. Call of Duty Black Ops.
Yeah, Call of Duty Blackhawks.
What a good one. Well, boys, what have y'all been up to this week? JT, seems like you've had an adventurous week after getting off the road.
I have had an adventurous week, but my fiance Tiffany and I finally got our first sale on our online shop. This isn't a self plug. I'm just proud of it because we sold 2 feathers for $200.
Oh my God.
Huh?
Oh my God. Feathers. Were they like raven feathers you found on the road?
I mean, that's so reasonably priced. What a steal. Man, it's a goddamn con artist.
Look, listen. Are you listening or are you looking? Are you looking or listening?
Porque no los dos.
There you go. That's what I like to hear. These are premium scarlet macaw tail feathers, 22 inches in length. These babies, they sell themselves. What can I say?
That's awesome.
I would actually be interested in looking at pictures of those. Do we get a podcast buddy discount?
There's supposed to be a discount going on right now, but we're talking about maybe making like a promo code to announce in like the podcast or Tiffany and mine's podcast.
Do you hear that, listener? And that's singular listener. You could get a discounted podcast or peacock feather, whatever you said.
Discounted podcast. Yep. Discounted podcasts.
Discounted podcast right now.
Well, not yet.
You pay $200 and JT will also start a podcast with you. That's right. You heard it here first.
Nothing's confirmed. Hold on, guys. I haven't confirmed nothing. These are just theoreticals.
Podcast. All right. So JT's out here ripping people off with feathers. Ethan, what have you been doing?
I trademarked that idea, episode 1.
I just been playing some volleyball, getting ready for the season coming up. I joined the league at work to try it out and see how that goes. So far I've been able to rocket the ball into the moon, but they told me that's too high and that there are going to be ceilings where we're at. So I have to taper that down. Other than that, really nothing, man. This weekend I got free Fogo. probably ate like 4 pounds of meat.
For those who might not know, Fogo de Chao is a Brazilian steakhouse.
Oh, yeah.
Where they bring you unlimited meat.
It's delicious.
For those who don't know, Fogo de Chao is a Brazilian whorehouse where he ate a lot of meat.
Oh, my God.
Well, it's not what JT said, but it is what Chance said. Yeah, so I got that. That was pretty good. And I'm building a little music box I got at the Asian markets. It's like Gundam, but way easier because it's not Gundam. So... yeah.
You're building a music box? What is it? Just like one you like crank with your hand and it goes,
Yeah.
Those are cool. No, those are I've seen those. Those are pretty cool.
Yeah. So it's like a constellation, or planet, not constellation, but like the planetarium looking thing where the planets kind of rotate. And it's not like necessarily accurate, but that's the look of it. It's like wood cut out that you pop out all the pieces and then like they wedge together in such a way that like it creates what you're, trying to build. And then it comes with a little hand crank motor music box that you can, once you're done, wind it up and it'll play like a little song. So
that's cool.
Chance, think of your gutter work for baby boys.
Yeah.
I was going to intervene on your volleyball talk that I did volleyball when I was little on a team called the Angels. We never won though. Not one game.
We're called the Trendsetters. They asked me what my number was or wanted for my jersey because one of the people that's doing it is going to personalize it a little bit. Like what name do you want on it and stuff? Just it has to be work appropriate, right? Because it's a work league. So initially I was like, I don't know, give me 00. And they were like, well, the team captain has 00. And I was like, fine. And I was like, well, I can't say give me 69. So I told them to give me 96 because that's the cost of 69 due to inflation.
Genius.
Yeah, I'm just going to be on defense, though.
God. I was about to ask what your team name was, but who are y'all playing against?
It's like a co-ed team, a co-op, co-ed. There's like boys and girls, and we'll be playing like twice a week, basically all summer.
Is it like against other companies?
It's like a rec league. Like for the area.
I was really hoping it was going to be you're playing against a wheelchair team.
I wish, dude. Then I might have a chance to win. But
spikes it on them.
But no. It's basically you just have to have like a group of like guys and girls and then sign up for a team. I don't think it's necessarily like a work like different businesses like join the league necessarily, but like our work joins it as a team. I'm sure there's some other companies in the area that might also do the same, but it's like an open league. You can just you could sign up for, if you literally walked in, you could be like, yeah, I'm a freelance, put me on a team,
Freelance volleyball player.
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You should go pro. So no one suppresses you from sending it to the moon.
Well, I mean,
my fucking Dwagon points over here, sending volleyballs to the moon.
Well, I think they're going to put me on defense because I'm just really tall.
Hey, that helps.
Yep, that's it. That's volleyball and Asian music box.
Did you tell them you've been training volleyball with ping pong?
No.
It's the same premise, just with tiny paddles instead of hands and big courts.
Honestly, if it was ping pong, I'd probably do a lot better.
What if we get the same amount of people for volleyball for a ping pong game? That's how it's more people.
Just a really big ping pong table?
No, same size.
Same size, 9 people on either side of the ping pong table.
Everybody's sticking a paddle in through each other's arms and stuff. It just looks like one person with 8 arms.
General Kenobi playing ping pong. Or I'm sorry, god dang it. Was General Grievous?
Okay. I should leave.
General Kenobi.
And minus 1. And I was thinking of the scene.
General Kenobi.
Hello there, General Kenobi.
And then he strips immediately.
Yes, he does, which anybody should do if Daddy One Kenobi drops down on you unexpectedly. Josh, what have you been up to this week?
Well, as a working man and a father, I've been up to work and being a father.
Oh.
I get to play a little bit of Minecraft in between, but now all my news is baby related.
Yeah, what's up with the baby?
Josh has a riveting lifestyle.
I know. Atlas has started saying like mama unintentionally.
Yeah.
Oh, point to Atlas.
And then he's also learned to roll over from his front to his back side at specific intervals whenever he wants to.
Can he go back from his back to his front? Or is he like a turtle?
He can. That's what he started learning.
Did he learn to sit and shake yet?
He can't sit and shake.
Does he know how to bust a rhyme?
I'm trying to teach him to twerk, but it's not working.
If you teach that baby to twerk, I will give you 100 goddamn points.
You heard it here first.
That's recorded now.
You can quote me on that.
Yep, that's official.
You can quote me on that.
That's 100 points. But it's only in an episode where 100 100 points is like given out to everybody, and like the final tallies in the
Oh, and
thousands.
he didn't put an asterisk near his fucking near his thing.
No. If that baby somehow by the time he can walk how is that not worth 100 points?
Well, you always see parenting books saying you got to learn how to twerk before you can walk.
I was just about to say 1,000 points if he learns to twerk before he can walk.
You can do that on your hands and knees.
JT is speaking from experience.
That's how he's going to get it.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Josh is going to get Olivia immediately. Forget walking. We got something else on the agenda now.
He's already passed a note to Livia, and she's working on it as we speak.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a little piece of paper under the door as you guys were talking. Like, get him twerking now.
Oh my God. You just hear like Cardi B playing in the background. Oh my God.
Chance, you're looking beautiful today, by the way. If I just thought I should let you know. How are you?
That green Qui-Gon hue.
Feeling a little bit more beautiful. Oh my God, so many compliments coming my way. Qui-Gon's like the best. Ethan's calling me beautiful. And he's like a 9.85, He's like a 9.85. So
Someone needs to tear him down.
someone like a 9.85 calling you beautiful really gets that ego inflated. Now, JT, go ahead and hit me with something that's going to tear down my ego.
Chance?
Yep.
I got nothing. You're still beautiful. Like, you've got aces all the way around here.
Stop, guys. My goodness.
Chance is wearing an official The Real Boys first ever merch.
You got dang right I am. That's what I had been up to this past week. I secretly designed a The Real Boys podcast t-shirt. Got a logo on the front. Got a hashtag The Real Boys podcast in the back. I ordered one in to make sure it was going to look pristine. The boys liked it, so more will be coming. Maybe we'd actually get more than one listener in here. If we get more than one listener, I will give out somebody a t-shirt. If you,
dear listener,
you know what? I will.
The second listener.
It's 50-50.
That just gave me an idea. If we got some listeners, today we're going to be playing a game. We're going to be playing a game because I like to play games. I don't care about listening to these guys talk. I just want to make up games, and I want people to play my games because they have to. But I'm going to incorporate the listeners in on this game. So stick around until the end, and you will be incorporated in this game. And you post in the subreddit on, we'll get there. We're going to get there. Just hang on to the end. I think you're going to play. So, guys, are you ready to play a game?
I'm ready to play a game.
I'm always ready.
All right. Say it with me.
Not
just super showdown. Let's get some more enthusiasm here. Let's try it again. You ready? 3, 2, 1.
Not so super showdown.
Woo! I think Ethan had the most enthusiasm.
I can only get so enthusiastic inside this McDonald's full of customers.
I think you could have gotten more enthusiastic. It's a McDonald's. It's like the Walmart of fast food.
I definitely think you could have shown. You should be plugging our podcast right now.
Advertising.
Oh my God. Yeah, JT, you get a point if you say "ba-da-ba-ba-ba." I'm loving it. The Real Boys podcast.
Is that a sponsoring though? I mean, I'll do it. I'm a sucker for points. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. The Real Boys podcast.
Not a sponsor.
Huh?
Okay.
Not sponsored.
No, not a sponsor.
Well, no, wait. We are sponsoring the Real Boys podcast.
Oh yeah, no, we are. But the ba-da-ba-ba-ba, okay,
We just ripped off their jingle. That was parody. Give them the give them the thing again.
Oh yeah,
the disclaimer.
Yeah. Oh yeah, parody. Parody. It's parody. Comedy.
It's trademarked.
Disclaimer done.
Although JT, if you see Ronald McDonald happens to walk in to do like a check, hit him up.
He bursts through the window like the Kool-Aid man.
If I had a The Real Boys podcast t-shirt, I would go cuff to cuffs with Ronald McDonald's just for the publicity.
He'd eat you alive.
Yeah, but would you take on Grimace?
He's got weight on his side. I mean, Grimace is like taking on Chance.
Oh my God. There it is. I knew he had one in the chamber. All right, players. Well, the only way to learn is by playing. And the way to play is by beginning. And the only way to begin is by beginning. So without further ado, somebody can tell me what that's from. They'll also get another point.
Star Trek Galactica.
Never mind. That is not even close. My God. It's Game Changer, by the way. That's a brilliant show. If y'all haven't seen it, go watch it. Okay.
Not going to lie, I wasn't listening.
Yeah, I haven't seen enough of it.
It's not going to bode well. Okay. Well, first thing I'm going to do is share my screen with you guys here because we're going to need that for today's game. What I have created is my own superheroes. I've spent the past week creating my own not so superheroes. Actually, superheroes is kind of misspeaking here. Superhero, supervillain, maybe, depending on the route that we take. So for round one, I'm going to need some volunteers.
I volunteer.
I will also volunteer.
Dibs.
Okay, we got Ethan. Okay, between Josh and JT, whoever can answer this math question correctly gets to volunteer. What's 9 plus 10?
19.
Yo,
21.
All right, Josh just redeemed himself, but okay. Yep. Good job, Josh.
That was close.
I was really disappointed there.
I was stuck in the competition. I'm sorry.
I don't get it.
Oh, no. Go watch some Vines.
Yeah, you need to be more chronically online. Sorry.
All right. So Ethan was our first volunteer. How we're going to start by doing this is you might have noticed I have a wheel spinning on my screen. Can you see that?
Yeah.
I can.
Okay, gotcha.
Indeed.
So Ethan, go ahead and give me a spin that wheel.
Spin that wheel.
All right. Spinning.
For the listeners, in the middle of the wheel is Gary from SpongeBob.
Gary the snail. Meow. All right, Ethan.
Right.
You got the Jelly Man. All right,
I
Ethan.
am the Jelly Man.
Pull out my roster of heroes real quick and find Jelly Man. Okay.
Honestly, that might be one of the best ones. I think.
don't know.
Looking at
I
this,
don't
and maybe we'll read some of the honorable mentions that don't get picked later. But
Yeah. All right. So actually, you're not going to be a superhero. You are a villain. You are
Okay.
a villain, and you are the Jelly Man.
so I'm a hero to me, though.
Let me tell you a little bit about the Jelly Man. What's that?
I'm a goddamn hero to myself.
Yeah, to yourself. You got to get to encompass this hero and to figure out who he is and what his
Okay.
motivations are. But Jelly
Yeah.
Man, his power is that he can control petroleum jelly.
Petroleum jelly.
He actually, like water bending, he can move around petroleum jelly like it's like he's water bending from like the Avatar: The Last Airbender. He constantly secretes petroleum jelly from his skin too, like sweat. Now you can't conjure petroleum jelly just out of thin air. He's got to have it on him. Just what he sweats out and whatever petroleum jelly you might have on him. You know what I'm saying? And tragically, he was working at the petroleum jelly factory when one day he fell into a vat of petroleum jelly
All right.
and changed his chemical composition forever. So what I want to know from you is the Jelly Man. You are the Jelly
am
Man.
the Jelly Man.
You are plotting something. You are plotting this grand scheme. Okay. I want to know what you're scheming. What sort of villainous, heinous act do you have planned for us?
Do I have an arch nemesis?
You will, and we're going to figure that out after we hear your plan. What evil doings are you going to do with your jelly powers?
Well, as the Jelly Man, sometimes life is a little too slick. Sometimes life is a little too dry. But in the middle, Jelly Man, he's just right. So, what he's going to do, he plans to conquer the tri-state area. Okay.
You best be lucky Perry the Platypus isn't on this wheel.
I think his plan is to flood the sewers with petroleum jelly. And then once everybody notices that everything's backing up, getting all stinky and smelly, he's going to erupt the petroleum jelly and create this dome around the tri-state area of just straight jelly. Anybody who gets in his way, slicked down into the sewers. He's going to take some hostages. The police are going to be first, slicked down into the sewers. Like I said, that's the main game right there.
Okay.
With the help of his petroleum control powers. And I said, I understand he can't conjure it.
Cannot conjure it. So you're going to have to find a way to acquire a lot of petroleum jelly.
That's pretty easy.
Yeah.
P. Diddy, he's got baby oil.
He went the P. Diddy route.
So this guy is friends with P. Diddy.
He's definitely got petroleum jelly. So gotta hit up his house. And then probably just every single Target in Walmart. I mean, in the tri-state area, there's got to be a lot of those. And they've definitely got a lot. I mean, if petroleum jelly is anything like KY jelly, we know that we can get vats and vats of that.
Okay, so let me reiterate here. You're going to raid P. Diddy's house and all the Walmarts for petroleum jelly. You're going to first
And Targets.
all the warehouse
And sex
stores. Yeah, like
stores.
all the warehouse stores in the tri-state area that might carry petroleum jelly in sex stores. And you're going to start by shooting it into the water supply. You're going to make a dome of petroleum jelly around the tri-state area. Take out all law enforcement. Okay, cool. All right, so one other thing I want to do.
It's going to be the Jellyman anarchy.
JT, since you and I are kind of the judges here, how difficult do you think that would be to do? Describe the powers that he just listed, or that I've listed for the Jellyman. How difficult you think that would be to do on a scale of 1 to 20? We had to assign a difficulty class, if you would.
So let me get the plan straight, right? You want to create a dome around the tri-state area of jelly. That of a place you want to conquer, you want to trap all the police and people in the sewers.
Yep.
Given his gelatinous powers and all that comes with it, he can't create new jelly. That's the thing, though, right?
That's the hardest thing.
So you're going to have to...
He can sweat it out, so he's kind of got it on his body sometimes, but definitely not more than a few gallons at a time, you know what I'm saying?
I think he's definitely stays strapped with a little bit extra just to be safe.
So we're going to say 20 is the hardest and 1 is the easiest?
Yeah.
I'm going to put this at the 14 scale because mostly it's so high because you're going to have to be hitting the gym a lot to be able to sweat enough jelly to make your gelatinous dome.
Okay.
My thought is that anytime he walks through a store, he can just take that, he can walk through the petroleum aisle, the jelly aisle, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then dip into the bathrooms real quick, get that shit down the drains.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So you're feeding all of this jelly into the sinks.
It's a long run sort of deal.
It's a long, it's a long con.
He's storing the jelly in the sewer lines preemptively for his dome.
I'm building up. Yeah.
You know what? You've convinced me. I'm going to lower it down to 11.
I was going to say I'm going to meet you in the middle. I'm going to do 12. Say DC 12. The other thing I pulled up is some of my old D&D characters from D&D Beyond, and we're going to go ahead and roll a D20. Oh, you got a 6.
This is unfair.
Bullshit. That's bullshit.
Rigged.
It was going to tip over to a 16. That's cocked. Reroll it.
I will. I'll give it. How about I'm making this up on the fly, guys. I have this planned out to a T, but
there's the 16.
There's 16. And we'll take, I'm just making this up on the fly. We're going to split the difference. We're going to take the average of those two numbers. So which is, it's 11. He gets 11. So
that is 12. Make it 12.
He will sacrifice one of his points to make it a 12.
I actually thought about that. If you want to do that, Ethan, I will let you do that.
I'll play rock, paper, scissors with the host for a 12.
All right. I like that.
But you have to make it audible.
Wait, so is this a difficulty of his powers to fight his powers, or how difficult it is for him to manage his powers?
For him to achieve his plan.
To achieve this task he wants to do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right. You ready? Rock, paper, scissors,
shoot.
Rock.
They both did rock.
All right, we both got rock again.
Rock,
paper, scissors,
shoot.
Rock.
Oh fuck! I did scissors.
It's 11. It's okay. You're not totally out of the weeds yet. All right. So Josh is going to be our hero in this situation. Josh, give me a spin that wheel.
Spin that wheel.
Ding, ding,
ding,
ding.
Yeah. Exactly who I wanted.
All right. Josh, you are the fat ass.
I finally get to be a fat ass.
And you know what? He's actually the one I didn't write a whole elaborate backstory for. This character has the power to eat anything. You know what? He was just some kid who really, really enjoyed food, I guess. He just had a really good gut health biome that could handle anything. So your power is you can eat anything you want to. And your arch nemesis is Jellyman. I want to know how you plan on stopping Jellyman.
So do I know of his little several month long ploy?
You're on to him. You know what he's been doing.
Does he know I'm up to something? Or does he know specifically?
He knows you're up to. He didn't know his exact plan. You know what I'm saying? But he knew that you're up to something, and now he's on to you. Now that it's all going down, Jellyman or Fat Ass knows exactly what's happening. So tell us, Fat Ass, what are you going to do about it?
I think Fat Ass would start going around.
Well, you are Fat Ass.
I am Fat Ass.
Yes.
I think I would start going around and just eating all of the jelly I can find. I would start consuming every piece of jelly on the floor, whether it be on the floor, in the container, on the shelf.
Okay.
Just anything I could do to counter this man.
So your goal is to like go to all the stores that he's been going to and try to eat up the tri-state area supply of petroleum jelly.
That is my goal.
Does he still get full?
Okay.
Jelly's not very filling if you've ever eaten it.
No, I would just say
No, I'm just asking. Does he have a bottomless stomach, or can he just tolerate eating anything?
He's gonna start scalping jelly.
he has a bottomless stomach.
No, it's going to be a shit ton of calories. Don't do that.
I want to know how many. Oh my God, I can't type. There are 51 calories in 1 tablespoon of petroleum jelly. That's a lot of calories, man.
That's quite a few calories.
That's a good thing you don't get full. My God. All right, JT, what do we think about Josh's plan here? How difficult would it be for him to like go in and,
given his superpowers and abilities, I'm going to say his difficulty is like out of 4. It's not going to be that hard for him to find all the jelly that he can eat. And I'm not saying it's a 4 to thwart Ethan's plan, because Ethan's been hiding this jelly, right? Like he's been putting it Josh never said he's going down to the sewers and eating all that jelly. That jelly it's getting stored there and just accumulating. But if he wants to just find the jelly and eat the jelly he finds, then that's free game. Anybody can do that.
what? No, not anybody can just eat all the jelly they want. Actually, I'm thinking this is closer to like a 16 difficulty, because he has to eat all of the jelly in the tri-state area. So he has to go to each store, and they're going to try to kick him out each time he goes to their aisle and starts eating all the petroleum jelly. He's probably going to go to jail. He's going to get on the news really fast, and he's going to become known as like the jelly eating bandit who like just goes to the store and starts nomming down on the petroleum jelly.
Sorry, I'll be known as the fat ass.
So let's get one thing straight. He has a name already.
Yeah, the fat ass.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he's going to be on the news. Watch out for the fat ass. Eat all of our petroleum jelly. I mean, we don't know he's trying to be the tri-state area's savior.
Gotcha.
It doesn't have to be the only thing I eat. I could also eat all the steak and all the carbs I need to just get really built.
See, there's an argument for that, but
I don't need 100% of my daily protein intake. I can have 300%.
I would argue that wouldn't work because his metabolism is cutting through it. If he has a bottomless stomach, no way he can be strong. He'll just be really skinny.
Maybe, but we've already heard his plan to go eat all the petroleum jelly. I think this is a really difficult thing to do for him to eat all the petroleum jelly in the tri-state area. So I'm going with like a 16 here.
Okay, I guess I was confused because I thought he was just saying he was just going to eat any jelly that he finds, not that he was actively pursuing every ounce of jelly in every single store. If he's going to do that, then I agree with you. It's going to be much more difficult. I would give it about a 16 as well.
All right, we're going to roll the die. I'm going to do you just like I did Ethan, and we're going to go, unless you get a nat 20, then that's it. We're going to roll them, and then we're going to split the difference.
Got an 11.
Got an 11.
I'm starting high.
And a 14.
And a 14.
Okay, gotcha.
That's 12 and a half.
Yeah, Ethan was closer. So Jelly Man is going to win this round.
Yes. Yeah, get fucked, fat ass.
Yeah, good luck next time, fat ass. JT, call me fat ass.
I don't use that kind of language.
Is it because you're at McDonald's and there are kids around?
No, it's because I just don't use that kind of language. I am a sophisticated man with sophisticated taste in language, okay?
What? You know how many times you called me a cunty puppy?
The language that he does use, though.
That's completely different.
I feel like the language you use is 10 times worse than what we do. It's different in the worst kind of way. Somehow you're not swearing, but it's worse.
And that's how I like to keep it.
It's creative, don't get me wrong. All right, so Ethan, one last round. I'm going to say we're going to respin. Ethan, you were the villain last time, so JT, I'm going to make you be the villain. It's your natural role.
So, news headline? Do we get a news headline? Jellyman anarchy begins.
Like
Tri-state area domed in petroleum jelly. Fat ass bandit tries to eat petroleum, gets put in jail. That's like a side. That's not even on the headline. That's like the 4th page.
Yeah, we'll say like Perry the Platypus, nowhere found. Jellyman takes over tri-state area. In other news, fat ass jelly bandit arrested for eating all the jelly in the tri-state area. Something like that.
That was another thing we didn't consider, was that Josh's character didn't play the role as a hero. He still had to do immoral stuff to try to accomplish his mission.
That's true. Well, you know what? I guess that's how it plays sometimes. He's an anti-hero.
Yeah.
You know?
There it is.
That's kind of up to y'all to play. I've laid out the guidelines here, but y'all really have to embody these characters.
A fat ass could have been an anti-hero. Yeah.
So JT, are you ready for round 2?
I'm ready, baby. Let's get this.
All right. Give me a spin that wheel.
Spin that wheel. I said that a little loud for being in a McDonald's.
Yes.
And you got
Captain Peanut Butter. Hell yeah, buddy. Captain Peanut Butter is a good one.
Oh, yeah, it is.
So in an alternate timeline, when the peanut butter baby, for those of you who don't know, the peanut butter baby was a baby that was covered head to toe completely in peanut butter. The peanut butter baby got struck by lightning one day and it gave him peanut butter powers. JT, you now have the power to turn anything you touch into peanut butter.
Perfect.
Now, that's everything except biological matter. So you can't go around touching, plants and people and animals into peanut butter. Just physical things. So
you've got a Midas touch, but for peanut butter.
Yeah, it's a Midas touch, but for peanut butter. Some might say that's better.
So I say it's better?
Yeah,
But I can control it. I don't have to turn everything into peanut butter. Or is everything I touch?
You do not have to turn everything into peanut butter.
Okay, perfect.
And I would say the larger it is, I'm kind of making up the physics as I go here. And it's if you want to turn something into peanut butter, I'm also going to roll like a DC like difficulty class for this. Like if you told me I want to turn the earth all into peanut butter, actually a 20 wouldn't even have that. You couldn't do it. But if you're like, I want to turn the ocean into peanut butter, I'm going to make you roll like a 19 for that.
Okay.
I will also say that, you could stop things as well. Like if you get shot with a bullet, and the bullet touches you could turn that into peanut butter, but the velocity of the peanut butter is there. Like you'll still have peanut butter traveling at you at like 700 miles an hour.
Oh, wow.
Just a little bit of the physics for you.
Okay.
And granted
so
that,
my evil plan.
I'm still into going to the lore. Shut up.
Yes, sir.
Granted that, it seems like the higher the impact of this object you turn into peanut butter, the faster it turns into peanut butter. So if like you got hit by a semi truck and you want to turn that into peanut butter, and it's like coming at you like 90 miles an hour, you would instantly turn that thing into peanut butter. But you would just have like a ton of peanut butter hit you at 90 miles an hour, which doesn't seem like it'd be fatal.
Is it crunchy or smooth?
Smooth. I hate crunchy. All right, JT, tell us what you're going to do. I'm sorry, Captain Peanut Butter.
I am going to start a shop where I sell water.
Respectable.
And everybody's going to want my water because I'm going to be going to bodies of fresh water and turning them into peanut butter. Ponds, lakes. I'm going to start in areas that already have very little lake-like activity. So I'm not starting up in like the northeast where the Great Lakes are because there's so much water over there. But I'm going to start in like drier areas like Arizona, Nevada. I'm going to go to New Mexico. I'm going to make my way over to like Colorado. I'm going to capture those places, turning all of their fresh waters into peanut butter. But before I do this, I'm going to acquire like some land where fresh water does flow so that way I can sell my own fresh water. And I'll be forcing people to need fresh water. I'm going to make millions just off of water. The price of water is going to skyrocket. You're going to say ocean? Well, guess what? If I have to, I will kill myself to turn the entire ocean into peanut butter just to spite everybody for not buying my own water. I will be so petty that I will die for the cause. I will get launched into space and sent down like a torpedo into the ocean at the velocity that you couldn't even possibly imagine to turn the ocean into peanut butter if people are so petty as to they won't buy my water. And I will use that threat as leverage to get what I want, which is just more money.
Okay.
That's my plan.
So your motivation is money?
Of course, yeah.
I think I'm a little confused here. You said you're going to like open up a water shop in like these dry, arid regions and like try to cut off their water supply because you've turned it into peanut butter?
Yes.
That's pretty much it?
That's pretty much it. People are going to have to buy my water.
I really take up the villain arc of like poisoning the water supply.
No, I'm not poisoning. Just turning it into peanut butter.
Well,
it's still edible.
I guess it's... yeah, you got me with that one. You got me there. It's not poison. It's...
I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily go for that personally.
You're like Jesus' autistic brother who can't turn water into wine. He just turns it into peanut butter.
Unless I have the ability to densify my peanut butter so much it turns to diamonds. Is that a thing I can do?
No.
I'm going to stick with my plan then.
All right, Josh, how difficult were you thinking that would be to do? To turn water supply into peanut butter?
I don't know, an entire water supply?
Yeah, over multiple states.
And open a water store?
Well, all I had to do is get to the location of the water supply and touch it. I'm not talking ocean size yet.
Yeah, but it would still take you some time.
That's still millions of gallons of water.
And then you have to then you still got to open it. You got to spend all your time opening the store that you're trying to open.
I was misled. I was told that if there was a possibility I could turn the ocean into peanut butter, and if I could do that at all, then I would assume that I could turn ponds into peanut butter with relative ease.
You know what? Maybe you're right. I think JT's got you there.
Okay, so you're going to all these water sources and turning them into peanut butter.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm feeling like
I do think the water store is more difficult.
Yeah.
I think it's fine that you turning things into peanut butter is not as difficult with the ocean, but
I don't know what. JT's already a CEO. He's got his own store.
What the hell? I'll just throw it in the lore that peanut butter, Captain Peanut Butter, went to business school, and he's very business savvy, and he's been thinking about this for a long time. Ever since he was struck by lightning, he knew that's what his purpose in life was. So,
can I get an extra point by doing my villain laugh?
Depending on how good the laugh is.
I'm going to be all lathered up in peanut butter, and I'm going to be like, ugh, ugh.
He's gonna try and do the peanut butter baby grunt.
Oh my god. Okay. Yeah. I'll give you a point for that.
Yes.
The fact that he's doing that in a McDonald's too is crazy.
Yeah, he gets an edge for that. Okay, so JT has gone through. He opened up his water supply. He got people addicted to his water because for some weird reason, all of their water supplies have just turned into peanut butter. Good job. Josh, how difficult do you think that is? I'm thinking like a 13.
I think that's like a 13.
I'll take it. Come on, nat 20, baby. Come on, nat 20, baby. Ooh.
You rolled a 9 and a 16. Average is 12.5.
Nice. All right, so you didn't quite meet it. So you're pretty close. You're pretty close. Ethan, you're back up. Give me a spin that wheel.
We're taking the ones that we've already used off the list.
Yes, I did. Didn't I?
Fat ass is still on the list. I don't want to be that guy.
Fat ass needs to go.
All right. Spin that wheel, baby.
All right. You're Captain Coon Missile, a known ne'er-do-well who got banned from the Special Forces because he was too deadly with his Coon Missile.
Oh my god.
I thought I was a hero.
You are a hero. It's a redemption arc.
Okay.
Coon Missile. Yeah, he got discharged from the Special Forces because he was too deadly with his Coon Missile. Now, he doesn't actually have any superpowers, but what he does have is like an RPG that shoots feral raccoons at people or whoever you want to shoot them at. He launches, let's see. How fast does an RPG launch? 300 meters per second. What is that?
It doesn't matter. Captain Peanut Butter can't. 300 meters per second.
Oh, it's got to be really fast. These raccoons better explode.
671 miles per hour. Okay. You're launching raccoons at 671 miles per hour. Now, these are specially developed raccoons that can withstand the impact of being shot from 671 miles per hour. So whenever they're like shot, they're like really pissed off. They just got shot from an RPG and they're just feral and attack the first thing they see. So, you have unlimited ammo. You have a little bit of a reload time. So it's not like a machine gun. Think about reloading an RPG. Load it up, shoot your raccoon, set it down, load another one. So that's what your power is you can shoot feral raccoons from an RPG.
This is somehow the most perfect hero to go up against Captain Peanut Butter. Not being able to turn organic matter.
I shoot raccoons at it's a quarter of Mach 1. Couple of questions. I'm assuming it's people see me and they know me. I'm a hero. And they have like this little bit of a standoffishness, right? Because slightly dishonorable discharge. But do I only have one RPG? Or can I have two?
Dual wielding RPGs.
Given the situation, given that I don't even know what you're plotting here and how you would stop a peanut butter water supply invasion, I'm going to give you two. I'm going to give you two Coon missiles. I'll say he developed a second one over his time as a hero.
Great. So I'm trying to win back the people's trust, and the people need water. I've talked to some of the the elderly folks and the people on the streets, and I've got my RPG strapped to my back, and it looks like almost like I'm using crutches, but I'm not. See, because what they don't know is I'm gathering intel. They're talking about this man's on a mad tirade, in the desert states, drying up water supplies. He's starting a water business, that fiend. You know what I'm going to do?
What?
Unsuspecting customer, right? I notice. And yeah, he gets a couple of ponds turned to peanut butter. I can't get those changed back. This man's almost unstoppable. But what he can't do is change organic matter. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to sit back. I'm going to sit back probably about 300 meters from the front of his store. I'm going to wait until he's closing up shop. Boom. Feral raccoon. Straight to the face. I set the first one down and I get ready to reload as I ready the second one. Boom. Second feral raccoon, 671 miles an hour, unpeanut butterable. He's getting 2 raccoons, and I'm going to try and basically like reload one as I'm shooting the other, and I'm just going to keep launching until that man is down, because the only way to stop Captain Peanut Butter is to put him in the ground. 6 feet under, dead.
I like that a lot, buddy. All right, so I'm going to roll for difficulty class, but we're not going to end it there because I want this to pan out a little bit more because I can see JT's got something cooking. Josh, how difficult do we think it would be? Actually, I don't think this is very difficult at all.
I don't know. Like, are these feral raccoons that this man found? Or are these like, is he a raccoon handler, like a talker? Can he talk to these raccoons?
No, he has no control over these raccoons. He gets to shoot them out.
So he straps them up and throws them into an RPG?
We do not ask where he got the raccoon. He just has them somehow, and it's an unlimited amount of raccoons somehow. That's the power.
He prefaced that they attack the first thing that they see upon launch. That's the power, is that I have a bag of unlimited feral raccoons to load into this
Hang on. Well, this is his expertise. This is power.
He's a veteran. He is a veteran.
This man is trained his entire career to shoot these raccoons. He got kicked out of the special forces. I got kicked
kicked out of the military for this.
He was too deadly. Now, I will give you a chance to rebuttal here, JT, but Josh and I have business to discuss, okay? Josh, I don't think this is too difficult for him. Given, their arch nemesis, given that he's caught onto his plan, he's going to confront, and all he's trying to do is shoot some raccoons over to Captain Peanut Butter, which is what he's built to do. So I feel like this is like a DC 4.
Yeah, this feels really easy because it feels like just loading a rock into a slingshot for this man. So it's like 4 or 5, I think, is fair.
And I'm waiting for him to close up to make it easy to hit him.
Wow.
Roll this. Okay, so he passes very easily, but we're not done yet. We are not done yet.
I rolled average of 7.
So JT, I know that you want to debate against fighting these raccoons, that I really want to hear you rebuttal about how you're going to deal with these raccoons with your peanut butter powers. So hit me.
I would like to protest about the easeability about aiming an RPG, let alone an unaerodynamic raccoon. Well, firstly, we have to kind of go back into the process of these are feral raccoons. He has no control over them. How he gets these raccoons does matter. His superpower isn't obtaining raccoons. He doesn't have superpowers at all. He just has coon launchers. So launching a coon launcher on its own is going to be incredibly difficult because of the unaerodynamics of the rocket launcher themselves. Shooting a normal shooting a normal RPG. I'm in a McDonald's doing this and I am getting heated. Okay.
Hold on. Before we go further, JT, you are in a McDonald's repeating coon over and over.
Oh my God, I keep forgetting.
I don't care. It doesn't matter. There's more important things at stake here. Like for Captain Peanut Butter Man.
I would just be careful.
Oh no.
That the implications could be wrong. Could be taken in the wrong context.
And it's already incredibly hard to launch a normal RPG at a specific target. So launching a coon at a specific target, let alone from the distance he said he was going to be at, which he said he was going to be at a pretty great distance. He said that.
300 meters. They will be at you in a second.
That is 900 feet.
Uh-huh.
That is 3 football fields.
It's not that far
of distance. Kind of far for an RPG.
Is it 3 football fields? Oh, JT already did his research. Okay, first of all, you're not confronting the situation. You're attacking my lore for coon missile.
I'm just saying, we had to tackle the beginning first. Now,
No. He knows how to shoot raccoons. This is not his first. We're not even rebuttaling this because that's not what he's supposed to address.
Here's the thing. I'd like a rebuttal.
Hang on. Coon Missile knows how to shoot feral raccoons. That's his thing, okay? Forget about aerodynamics. He knows all about the aerodynamics. If one's a little chubby, if one's a little skinny, one's a little bit more, feral than the other ones. He knows exactly what's going to fly through there. That's his thing. He's like the dead shot of shooting raccoons out of RPGs. He can shoot whatever he wants to. It's not about if he's able to. He's able to. Forget about the why. It's just fiction. You suspend your belief, okay? We're not here to talk about physics. We're here. I want you to tell me how you're going to fend off these raccoons with your peanut butter powers, because you've got 6 of them on your ass right now.
Look, I need to make this fair for Captain Peanut Butter Man. 6 raccoons, as soon as they hit the ground, if they are not hitting me, then I'm fine, because feral raccoons, they run away. They don't attack firsthand. If they're not backed into a corner, all I have to do is get out of their way and let them do whatever they want. Firstly, I can either get out of the way. Secondly, I can offer them peanut butter.
I like that.
And if I give them peanut butter, who's to say these feral raccoons don't come real tamed real quick? And then I suddenly have an army of raccoons on my side. And then maybe, you don't know.
Maybe we'll see how the dice roll.
Depends how much they like peanut butter,
All right, I will hear from Ethan once. Then I'm gonna go to Josh, and we're gonna roll some dice. Ethan, what you got?
I think JT is denying the fact of the rules of Coon Man, kind of as you said, but hang on.
Coon Missile.
Sorry, Coon Missile. I'm sorry. I am Coon Missile. You're right. Sorry. Forgot my own name. We've mentioned already that these coons immediately attack the first person they see. That's why I waited till night when you're kind of closing up.
So he controls these coons. These are not feral coons then if they automatically attack. That means he controls these coons.
No.
Why? Whoa. Sir, your turn to talk is over.
I will take whatever turn I please.
He's right, JT. I swear to God, I will deduct a point. These raccoons, part of the lore, they do attack the first thing they see. I will address that later because I know what you're thinking, JT, but go ahead, Ethan.
They attack the first person that they see. That's verbatim what was said. We can run it back if we need to. Attack the first person they see. I understand I'm shooting from 3 football fields away. They get to you in a second. And here's the thing, former special ops kicked out specifically for the RPG Coon missile launcher. That means I got to be good with it. I've been out for a while. I'm trying to get my rep back. I've been practicing my accuracy of my aim. You're my arch nemesis. I know what's up. If you get close to me, you're going to peanut butterize my RPGs, okay? That's why I'm not letting that happen. You can't run to me. You can't run 3 football fields before you're pummeled by raccoons. Okay. And you can't feed them enough peanut butter to get them on your side before they maul your face.
I have to roll back because we've spent a lot of time on this, and we still got one more round to do. I just need to do a quick search. Do raccoons like peanut butter?
Oh, of course they do.
Yes, absolutely. Raccoons will readily eat peanut butter. Okay, so these are feral raccoons. JT, you're gonna get some scratches on your face. They're gonna kind of, they're gonna mess you up a little bit. All right, but given that they really like peanut butter, they're not gonna do that for long. They're not gonna be around long enough to kill you. Now, you don't get to control raccoons after you give them peanut butter. They're just gonna sit there and eat peanut butter. Okay. Josh, what are our thoughts here? I mean, who do you think wins this battle?
No, I think Raccoon Missile has to win this one.
You think so?
I think so.
Okay. You don't think? All right. I think you don't want to bring it down to a dice roll. You think the Coon Missile just messes up Captain Peanut Butter?
I'll say this: at the current circumstances of Coon Missile's abilities, Captain Peanut Butter, he can't do anything unless you dive into the logistics of how a Coon missile works and like the aerodynamics of the coons and how they don't have velocity like a missile does from an RPG. Then Captain Peanut Butter can't win this one, and I would have to concede on that front.
Man, all right.
Sounds like the man himself conceded.
This is tough. All right, yeah. Given that, I feel like this deserves a much longer debate, but where I'm at right now, given what everyone just said, I'm giving this one to Coon Missile.
Yes!
Even though I really like JT, I almost gave it to you until Josh and yourself just spoke up. I was really going to give it to you because I was thinking.
It's fair. I will have had turned some water into peanut butter by then already. I'm just saying, like, they've already lost some water.
It's too late. You've already managed up their water supply, but given those last 2 inputs, I'm going to go ahead and give that to Coon Missile.
Fighting bandits with bandits. Your water scheme is over.
Arizona will feel my peanut butter for the next decade.
Okay.
Irreparable damage.
He has done some damage, but we'll rebuild.
Thank
That's
you.
what we do.
I'm still giving you a point for amazing peanut butter plan. All right, guys, we got one more round to go through, and we're like 50-something minutes in. All right, Josh, you're my villain this time.
Let's be the villain.
You ready?
Yes, I am.
Give me a spin that wheel.
Spin that wheel, please.
Ooh, please. I like your manners. Ooh.
Okay.
Spider butt. Okay, Spider butt. Really, really cool character. He's Spider-Man, but instead of getting bit on the arm, he bit him on the ass. And now you have all the powers of Spider-Man, except you shoot webs from your butt instead of your wrists.
Except for butt webs.
I have all the powers of Spider-Man.
Yeah. You have all the powers of Spider-Man.
I'd see no way I lose this.
But you got to shoot everything out of your butt.
Yeah. So legitimately an arguably better version because I can use both my arms.
Okay. I don't know how you're going to shoot a web out of your butt and also use your arms to fight someone. Okay, but you have an idea? I'm going to stop talking. Do you, like I said, the lore behind him, he just got bit on the ass by a radioactive spider. So everything is the same, except he's a villain now too. So
I don't know. I think I'd start by taking over the Avengers Tower.
You're going to take over the Avengers Tower?
I would take over the Avengers Tower.
I already win.
They can't stop me. I've already he's already stronger than Cap. He's stronger than Bucky. But Iron Man's got nothing.
Oh. And the Hulk?
The Hulk, I'm flying around on my ass. You can't catch me.
Oh my God.
I'll give him a little a serving of shit web. He's done.
Oh my God. And I'm just going off of 2012 Avengers here. Like Thor, you got to take care of Thor too?
I don't know. I think Thor's somewhere else. Thor's gone.
Okay. We're just counting on Thor being off-world.
He's timing this appropriately for when Thor leaves.
I don't know if he could take on Thor.
Okay, yeah. Well,
this is all planned. He's on Asgard.
Okay, so you're taking over Avengers Tower. You're fighting all of the Avengers
with my
your shit webs. Okay, and anything else you want to add to that? Is that it?
No, I think my starting goal is just to take over.
All right,
Avengers Tower.
You'll be fighting all the three Avengers that are there and their new recruit. Oh, I really wanted the other one. You know what, JT? I'll give you your pick because I like the other one too. But this is the Urinatorator. This is a kid that has been drank.
Wait, just do it based off of the name. He has to pick based off the name.
Okay, yeah. We'll say we're split between Urinatorator and Ostrastrider. You know what? Actually, we have 4 here. Pick whichever one you think looks more enticing to you.
We've got Duct Tape Dynamo, Ostrastrider, Urinatorator, and Kid Fastball.
I kind of feel like I knocked it out of the park with Urinatorator.
Urinatorator, okay.
And I'll get into it whenever it's time.
All right, well, let me tell you Urinatorator's power. This is somebody who has never in his life taken a sip of water or anything else except Mountain Dew. So even when he was a baby, he was not fed any formula. It was just Mountain Dew his whole life. Now he urinates super acidic piss. So anything he pees on is just instantly disintegrated. I mean, anything. Titanium, steel, adamantium, vibranium, whatever mythical metal you can think of. His piss is going to dissolve it. Okay.
Holy shit.
But
oh my God.
You got to be pissing a lot. Now, I want to kind of go over the powers of these other guys too, just for the sake of it. Duct Tape Dynamo, he had duct tape powers. He could duct tape anything he wanted to 10 times faster than the average man. Always had unlimited duct tape on him. Ostrastrider didn't have any powers. He just raised a baby ostrich that could run like at sonic speeds. And then we had Kid Fastball. This guy's power was that he could throw anyone under the age of 18 as far as he wanted to, up to 100 miles per hour.
That's awesome.
I really wanted someone to pick that one, but that's what we got here.
All incredible, but I'm going to have to stick with Urinatorator just for because it's exactly what I was hoping it would be. Acidic.
Okay. All right, I'm going to do one thing. I told the listeners they were going to get in on this game. And listeners, I'm actually going to spin this wheel for you. And whoever you land on, go to our subreddit, and I want you to actually go there and post what you would do as this villain. I'll give you 2 options. You can be the Urinatorator, and we're going to spend it one more time.
Kid Fastball.
Kid Fastball. All right. So if you feel like being a villain, you will be the Urinatorator. And if you want to be a hero, you are Kid Fastball. So please let us know in the subreddit how you would handle these not so superpowers. All right, JT, what do you got for us?
Are we going to roll difficulty for Spider-Butt?
Yes. But that, honestly, oh my God, Ethan, I'm thinking this is like
Okay, I don't. Hang on.
a 19 almost, because he wants to take on the Avengers.
Okay, hold on. I've got an argument. Okay. In what movie was it? Civil War? Did you see how easily he took on Cap and Bucky by himself?
It was Captain America took him out, and Tony Stark even said that he could lay him down if he wanted to.
Did Cap America take him out?
I think Captain America outsmarted him. He didn't take him out. He just got him out of the way.
We still have Iron Man, guys.
Iron Man could never kill Spider. Oh, this is Spider-Butt.
Here's the thing. I think Josh set himself up for failure a little bit in the sense that he wanted to take on the Avengers, bit off more than he could chew, maybe. But we'll let the dice decide. I think a 19 is maybe a little high, because if you think about it, it is Spider-Man, but with both hands.
Yeah.
So I would say like 17 or 18, personally.
I'll concede to go 17 and roll 2 dice.
But isn't part of the appeal of Spider-Man webbing people up? And he can't do that when he's not facing them.
I can't do that. Have you never?
He can. He's really flexible.
We don't have time to go into this lore, guys. All right, Josh, you got a 6. All right, and you needed it.
He got a 9. He got a 9.
No, that's a 9. He got a 9. We rolled a 18. Average is 9.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. You're right. Yeah, and the DC was 17, so you were 8 points short. All right, JT, tell us your plan. Stopping Josh Spider-Butt alongside Iron Man, Captain America,
The Hulk,
and the Hulk,
and
oh my God,
Black Widow.
Okay.
Does he have unlimited piss?
Yeah.
No, you have to stay hydrated. Like, you have to be willing to pee. You can't just pee on command.
Does he have unlimited piss, or is it like,
What kind of projectile do I have?
Absolute piss missile.
I would say, guys, doing like a heavy stream when you have to like really. It depends on how bad you have to pee. I guess
Okay, so like 6 feet-ish.
You don't get any extra for your power. It's still like a regular standard urinary tract.
Okay, so the best thing I can do is play support, right? I'm not going to claim to be the best Avenger on the team, but we got heavy hitters like Hulk, Captain America, Iron Man, Black Widow, Hawkeye. And if I can just be assistive and help them by peeing all over I'm in a McDonald's, by peeing all over his webs as he's trying to web around, and even like getting little vials of my pee and like rubbing them on people who are webbed, that would be also effective. Making little piss grenades. That's an option too. Like really utilizing it, bottling up, putting it in a squirt gun. I've seen some marketed on TikTok that squirt pretty far.
it would melt it?
So I think if I can weaponize my own urine that's this acidic, then
Your urine would definitely melt a container. He says it melts everything.
That is so disgusting.
You can't store it.
I'm like, because it's funny, I'm going to say in lore, he's developed something out of his own skin tract that gave him hold of his bladder.
He used his own skin graft?
Yeah, he used his skin graft, and he got one of the smart. He got Tony Stark to help him develop a container for his his aesthetic piss. I don't know, but that's so gross, but all right.
And I assume that it doesn't burn myself at all. Like if it touches my own skin, it's not going to burn me or melt me.
I would assume no.
No.
So I can just wet my arms a bit, so I can never get webbed
You can
up.
also never wear clothes again.
Urinator just screams public indecency.
And if he punches me, he's going to just melt his fists.
You'll get a little burn, that's for sure. God, Josh, I felt like you just shot yourself. I'm going to roll the dice for JT. I'm going to say your difficulty is a 2. If either of these dice is a 1, Josh gets the win. Just because.
No, that takes the cake.
Oh.
Rolled a total 20, average 10.
Yeah. Josh, I'm sorry. You shot yourself in the foot you are way too ambitious.
I had high ambition. What can I say? When you can shoot webs out of your ass with the strength of Spider-Man.
Honestly, I thought that like those two heroes facing off I thought Spider-Man would probably, Spider-Butt, would get him. But I mean, you gave him the Avengers, so.
Yeah, you gave him too many supporting characters.
Well, even without so, I don't know how I could beat a piss-covered guy that would disintegrate my arm.
Yeah.
You got to wait for him to take a piss. Take him out.
I've already captured it all up. Like, it's all over me already. He can't hit me. He can't web me. What does he do, really? Like, he's going to punch me. It's going to hurt me a lot, but he's only going to do it once.
But you're right. I have 4 opportunities. I can punch you and kick you. Maybe I should have just made myself an amputee.
If you threw your body hard enough, you have 5.
Yeah. You're right. Because I'd still be able to sling webs as an amputee.
He's just a torso and a head swinging around from his butt.
It's like a chandelier, just a really expensive one.
Oh my goodness.
All right, boys, you ready to wrap this up, get this point total?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yep.
All right, kick it off. Atlas got 1 point. I don't know because he said mama. So yeah, he gets a point for that.
Good job, Atlas.
Josh's baby. Yeah. Josh, we got 4 points for you. We got 1 for beginning for something I don't remember. You got 1 for answering 21 when I asked you what 9 plus 10 was. You said please earlier for something. Oh, spin that wheel, please. You got a point for having nice manners. And then you got a point for shit web. So total of 4 points. Ethan, you got a point for having a jersey that says 96 because of 69 of inflation.
Oh, yeah.
You got a point for the enthusiasm when we said not so super showdown. You got a point for P. Diddy Jelly. You got a point for winning round 1 and round 2, which is a total of 5 points. JT, you got a point for Fogo de Chao Whorehouse. You got a point for doing this in McDonald's, first of all. Point for Peanut Butter Baby. Point for your plan as Peanut Butter Man, because I really liked it. And then you get a point for Piss Skin, which is also 5 points. However, I'm going to give you a point tiebreaker towards Ethan for having won the most rounds here.
Oh,
so a total of 6 points for Ethan, having Ethan be our winner and host of the next podcast.
Let's go, baby. All right. I graciously accept this win. Thank you very much. JT, I think in a Peanut Butter Man had caught me on a different day. Coon Missile would have gone down for sure.
Coon Missile had too much going his way.
He did.
There was nothing really Peanut Butter Man could do.
He had too much prep time. Anyway, thanks for having me. I'll take my win graciously.
All right, guys. Well, that's that. Thanks for joining us on episode 5. We'll see you next time for episode 6. Later.
See ya.
Bye.
Let me just debrief the listeners real quick that Ethan and I, I was a little bit blasphemous on this loss last episode. I feel like I had a few more points heading my way. So I came on here just to grill Ethan a little bit, but he brought up an interesting idea, didn't you, buddy?
Yeah, a little handshake deal going on.
I wonder where we stole that idea from.
No idea. No idea, actually. See, we seal our hand cake. Oh.
Cake?
We seal our hand. Yeah, we seal our hand cakes with a smooch.
I'm suddenly backing up a little bit. Beep,
okay,
beep,
whoa.
beep.
Anyway, I see the love that Chance isn't showing you, and I'll make you a deal.
Okay, all right.
I get a one time during any episode that you host in the future, free win that I get to declare.
Okay, all right.
At any time in the episode too. We could be halfway through. It could be the very beginning of the episode, and I will say I invoke my automatic win.
Well, if it's at the beginning of the episode, then it makes the episode redundant.
Well, then I just take over the episode.
Then it's even if I'm hosting, then you can snag the host. Well, you're losing me here.
I've won the episode. The episode ends.
Then I don't get to host.
And my episode begins.
Then I don't get to host my episode. You're losing me again. Beep.
Okay,
beep.
fine. I'll do it at the end. I'll do it at middle or the end. Middle or the end.
The end.
Okay, fine. But I get a free anytime win during any of the episodes that you host in the future.
Okay.
For one time.
But I get to win next episode. Or this episode, depending on where this audio finds itself.
This episode. Yeah. no idea where it's going to be plugged, but
all right.
Yeah, no, I'm okay with that actually.
Virtual handshake. Everybody visualize our fingers interlocking in ways that people shake hands. Up.
Yeah, that.
Down. Close your eyes.
What he said.
Up. Down. Up. Down. That's a handshake motion.
Yeah, that's exactly what that was.
All right. Now, either podcast out or onto the episode. One of those.
Yeah. Next time, previously on. Thanks.
Yep. Bye.
Bye.